downtown Batavia as we get set for another league matchup between the Jamestown Tarp Skunks and the Batavia Muckdogs. Good evening, everybody. I'm John Kruber, ready to take you through this one. But before we have lineups, we just want to thank our sponsors who make tonight's game possible, and then be back with the starting lineups on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Services, Ankle and Foot Center of Western New York, Arc of Genesee, Orleans, New York, Attica's 70th Hole, Auto Wash Car Wash, Batavian, Batavia Daily News, Batavia Downs, Hotel at Batavia Downs, Batavia Foot Care, Batavia's Original, Bourbon and Burger, Bully Hill Vineyards, Casella White, Chapin International, Easttown Beverage, E-Collab, Eli Fish Brewing Company, Feral Gas, Ficarella's Pizza, Geico, Genesee Community College, Genesee County of Chamber of Commerce, Genesee County Parks and Recreation, Genesee Valley Penny Saver, Glow With Your Hands, Graham Corporation, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Ken Barrett Chevrolet Cadillac, LE3 Inc., Lebu Salon, Legacy on Main, Major Stash Cigar, Marchese Computers, Marco Clay Products, Massive Testing, Max Pies Furniture, Oakwood Hills, Pellegrino Auto Sales, Premier Genesee Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation, ProClean Inc., Romans, Skyworks, Stan Harley Davidson, Stop DWI Genesee County, Suburban Propane, The Coffee Press, Tompkins Bake, Toshiba Business, Tully's, Turnbull Heating and Air Conditioning, T.F. Brown's, The Wine Goddess Shop, United Memorial Medical Center, Valet Jewelers, Versascape, Vivify Hydration, Whole Life Fitness, and Right Beverage.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium. So again, a thank you to all our sponsors. And as we get set to get underway here, want to get you these starting lineups. And as always, we will begin with your Batavia Muckdogs. And their lineup again presented by Tompkins Financial. Leading off, it is going to be number 24, Brian Fry at second base. Hitting second and playing short, number 30, Brian Bello. Mike DiStefano is in center field. He'll hit third. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Tyler Canoe. Daniel Burroway in left field. He'll hit fifth. Batting sixth, the catcher, Mr. Clutch himself, number 20, Alec Mag. As he had a big bases-clearing double last night against Geneva. Right fielder Josh Leadham, with his spectacular defense, he's batting seventh in the lineup. Jerry Reinhardt, the extra hitter and Batavia native himself. At third base, number 5, Kyle Corso. And rounding out the lineup, playing first, number 4, Trey Bacon. And Tyler Prospero is the starting pitcher tonight for the Muckdogs. Meanwhile, for Jamestown, Henry Martinez, the center fielder, leading off. Yogi Hardigan in left field hits second. Nate Johnson at shortstop bats third. Hitting cleanup, the designated hitter, Brandon Lane. Patrick O'Shaughnessy at first hits fifth. Cody Bay at third base hits sixth. Hitting seventh at right field, Will Dorrell. Nathan Smith is the extra hitter. And rounding out the lineup, catching Dan Maglio and Royce Frazier at second base. And on the hill tonight for the Tarp Skunks, number 21, Patrick DeMarco. So the lineups are set. Almost everything is set. We will have the anthems in a little bit, but then after that, we will have baseball right here on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Fans, I'd like to ask that you now please rise and remove your hats. This evening, we will have the Pembroke School District Choir Leaders performing first, God Bless America, followed by the national anthem. ceremonial first pitches this evening. Our first ceremonial first pitch will be by Lucas Downs from Pembroke Schools. He is in Mrs. Hopper's third grade class. He has a bunny and 3 dogs. He is accompanied by his grandpa and his cousin Paige, who's visiting from Florida. Now we have Deshaun Mylon, who is also a student at Pembroke Schools. Deshaun's 11 years old, loves playing sports such as basketball and baseball. His favorite baseball team is the Muckdogs, and he's very excited to be throwing one of the first pitches out tonight.
Some of the pictures I've seen.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium, and we are about set for baseball. Leading off this top half of the first inning from the left side of the plate, going to be number 5, the center fielder, Henry Martinez. John Garuba coming to you live tonight, and we got a packed house here at beautiful Dwyer Stadium. Should be a good one, a rematch from Tuesday, a game Batavia won 12-6. They're trying to win their second straight in a row against Jamestown. First pitch swung on, hit in the air to right field. Should be no problem for Leadham. He fights off the sun, makes the call on the catch in relatively shallow right field. One pitch, one out. So that's how you want to start it if you're Prospero. One pitch, one out. Again, we are in the top of the first inning here at Dwyer Stadium, and no score. One now, no one on. Here's the left fielder, lefty swing, Yogi Hardigan. Looks at a pitch down and off the plate outside, 1-0. Hardigan stepping in today with a .316 batting average. To go along with that, he does have 2 RBIs on the season. Next pitch at the knees, belt tie across the inside corner, and the count is even at a ball and a strike apiece. On the mound, the righty Tyler Prospero for the Muckdogs. Pitched this season at Niagara University. Next pitch is swung on and slashes it foul down that left field line, and the count quickly 1-2. So Jamestown actually, when they played here on Tuesday night, had a couple different 3-run leads, 3-0 and 6-3, but they made 6 errors in the game, and a 4-run 6th inning turned the tide of that, as that pitch is well off the plate outside, and now the count 2-2. And ultimately, Batavia scored 9 unanswered runs en route to the 12-6 win. Prospero ready to go from the first base side. The pitch comes home, swung on, and a pop fly towards the left center field grass on the edge. And it's the shortstop there to make the call on the catch. That's Brian Bello. 2 up, 2 down. This will leave this top of the first up to the shortstop, number 3 hitter, number 12, Nate Johnson. He'll stand in with the knees bent right side. Pitch is swung on and ripped that one foul back off the catcher, and the count 0-1. Even though it was a tough loss for Jamestown, they are coming off a come-from-behind, one of their biggest wins of the season on Wednesday night, 4-3 down in Auburn against the Doubledays. They were down 3-0 until late in that game, and then a 2-run rally in the 5th and 2 in the 8th sealed the win for the Tarp Skunks. The 0-1 on its way, and that is across the outside third over the black. Johnson didn't like the call, but it's 0-2. By the way, the designated hitter Brandon Lane in the cleanup spot on deck. Next pitch is swung on and fouls it back again, and the count holds. Johnson hitting just 188 so far this season, although he has driven in a run on the year. Digs it again from the right side. Meanwhile, Batavia, they continue their hot start to the season, coming off an 8-0 victory last night in Geneva. Pitch is swung on and missed, and that is how you start off the first inning. Prospero fired up coming off the mound. No runs, no hits, no errors. Tarp Skunks down in order, 1-2-3. It'll be Batavia's turn to come to the plate when we come back on the Muckdogs Baseball Network. No score through a half inning.
Pizzeria in town. Our menu for sit-down, pickup, or delivery includes a huge variety of pizza, hot and cold subs, fish fries, pasta, salads, side dishes, and specialty sandwiches. Everything is made fresh and with great care. New items appear regularly, as do the new customers who discover the quality food, friendly service, and consistency, which are all an integral part of the Ficarella's business model.
Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel is the official hotel partner of the Batavia Muckdogs. Be sure to visit us at BataviaDownsGaming.com and click on the Hotel tab to see our latest and greatest offers. That's BataviaDownsGaming.com.
Home after the first inning from Dwyer Stadium. No score between Jamestown and Batavia. Leading off the bottom of the first, second baseman Brian Fry. Standing in from the left side of the plate. First pitch from DeMarco is off the plate, low and away, and the count 1-0. So on the mound, as mentioned, it's going to be number 21, Patrick DeMarco. The big right-hander toes the rubber from the first base side. The 1-0, downstairs and inside, and the count now 2-0. beautiful evening for baseball here in Batavia on this early summer night. John Kruba taking you through this one from Dwyer Stadium. Pitch well out of the zone, high and outside, in the count 3-0. Fry is absolutely scorching hot to begin the year, coming in with a .476 batting average, already 4 doubles, 2 runs driven in, and 7 walks. Make it 8, as that's upstairs and in tight. That'll be a leadoff walk to Fry. And usually when he gets on base, good things happen. He's got speed, always a threat to steal, and he's a very good base runner. So the runner on first, nobody out. Here is the shortstop, number 30, Brian Bello. Digging in from the right side of the plate. Righty against righty matchup. Fry taking a big lead off first, being held on there. They squared a bump. That pitch is high and outside upstairs, 1-0. That time Maglio, the catcher, thought about making the throw to first, but thought better of it. It'll be a 1-0 on its way. That is swung on, and that is fouled away sky high down the right field line. The count is even, 1-1. DeMarco working out of the stretch for the first time today. Fry off first, and the righty swinging Bello at the plate. It'll be a 1-ball, 1-strike delivery. And he drops the curveball in good 12-6 tailing action on that late break, called second strike. Bello this season a .238 average with 3 driven in on a couple of walks. DeMarco ready to come set the 1-2, and that is down and away in the dirt, and Maglio with a very good job to keep that ball in front of him. If that squirted by him, Fry absolutely would have made it to second. Instead, the count 2-2. Fry remains off first. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch on its way. And they throw over to first, trying to get Fry. Nothing doing there. Gets back in before the tag applied. As Padraig O'Shaughnessy is the first baseman tonight for Jamestown. From the first base side of the rubber, it'll be a 2-2 in. And again, they throw back over to first. Again, not nearly in time. Fry gets back in with the head first slide. Once more, 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. DeMarco on the mound. Coming set. The delivery comes home. Fastball missing off the plate. Maybe a bit high, and it's 3-2. That was borderline. DeMarco wanted that call. Didn't get it, though, and the count runs full. So we'll see if they have Fry in motion here. Leadoff runner off first with nobody out and a full count. Nope, instead it's going to be high and outside, and consecutive walks to open the ball game. Not what you want to do if you're DeMarco. As we get to the number 3 hitter, making his first appearance this season for Batavia, it's going to be a center fielder, number 0, Mike DiStefano. He is a lefty swinger, has some good power, but hasn't made it into the lineup yet for Skip Martinez and the Muckdogs, but he'll get a big opportunity to have an impact in this game. Runners on first and second, nobody out, as we have a pitching mound visit here in the bottom of the first. John Kruba saying, thank you for making me a part of your Friday evening right here on the Batavia Muckdogs Baseball Network. Now the meeting at the mound is over. The catcher Maglio will head back behind the plate. DiStefano playing center field tonight for Batavia. He'll stand in. Runners taking their leads off first and second. Fry off second. Bello off first. DeMarco from the first base side. Getting ready to go against the lefty swinger. Pitch is up and inside at the letters. Almost clipped him. And the count 1-0. So again, 2 walks to sitting right now on the scoreboard. No runs for either side and all triple zeros, but that could very well change here in the bottom of the first. It'll be a 1-0. DeMarco coming set. And that's up and in, and I think that got him. Yes, it did. So they are going to award him first base on the hit by pitch. For a second, DiStefano stopped. So I wasn't totally sure, but then he dropped his batting gloves, and at that point, the umpire did signal for him to go to first. He reaches on the HBP. So bases loaded and nobody out. This is a dream scenario, Batavia, for your Muckdogs, as the designated hitter Tyler Canoe comes to the plate. And we certainly know what he can do with the bases loaded. Dinging in from the right side. Pitch swung on and whacked. Nice diving stop on the third baseman. Base steps on the bag. 1 throw to first, not in time. Meanwhile, coming across the score is Brian Fry. And in the bottom of the first inning, Batavia takes a 1-0 lead. But that was a very good defensive play by Bay. If that wasn't for him, that probably goes down the line. That scores a couple of runs. But again, just a nice job by Canoe. First pitch swinging, and he gets a run on the board for Batavia. So runners remain on first and second as Bello is erased on the fielder's choice. Stands in from the right side. It's going to be number 10, Daniel Burroway, the left fielder. Runners off first and second. Pitch is swung on and missed. He took a good rip at that heater. 0-1 the count. Home half of the first inning just underway from Dwyer Stadium on this Friday night. John Kruba taking you through this one on the Muckdogs Baseball Network. First and second, 1 man out. 0-1 is swung on and missed. He pulled the string. Went right over the top of the changeup, 0-2. Burroway standing in with a .286 batting average, and he leads the team, or is second on the team, only to Mag in RBIs with 7 on the year. As they're keeping an eye on that runner at second, next pitch is off the plate, high and outside, 1-2. So Canoe off first and DiStefano off second. Good speed on the base pass for Batavia. It'll be a 1-2. And that is on the outside corner, called strike 3. And that's a big strikeout for DeMarco. And if he can get out of this with just 1 run, considering the jam he was in, I'm sure he and Jamestown would take that and run. With 2 gone and 2 runners still remaining on, this will bring to the plate the catcher, one of the most clutch hitters on this team, the catcher, Alec Mack. So certainly Jamestown not out of the woods yet. DeMarco from the first base side, getting ready to go. Into the delivery, the pitch is down in the dirt, down and away again. Maglio doing a nice job behind the plate, scooping that one up, 1-0 the count. So after Jamestown went quietly in their half of the first, Batavia loaded the bases with no outs. However, only a ground ball got 1 run into third. And then since then, they haven't been able to push any more across. Next pitch is on the outside corner at the knees, and the count is even, 1-1. Mag with .313 average on this season and already 8 ribbies on the year, and that leads the team. Had a big bases clearing double in the 8-0 win last night in Geneva. And then the pitcher decided to whirl around and look at that runner at second. Wasn't going anywhere. Again, 1-1 is the count. DeMarco ready. Getting the sign from the catcher, Maglio. 1-1 is swung on and fouls it straight back. And the count now quickly, a ball and 2 strikes. So Batavia really hoping to come away with more in this inning. They got one, but again, they had the bases loaded, nobody out. We'll see if Mag can maybe come up with a big hit, maybe a double, and score a couple more in this inning, put up a bit of a crooked number. Mag from the right side, 1-2. Righty on righty. Here comes the pitch, and that is swung on. Took a big pass at that one. Fouls it back, count holds. That one, it looked like he was trying to go over that Skyworks sign and straightaway left and on to Bank Street. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mag with the knees bent in the open stance. Waiting on a 1-2 delivery. That is swung on, hit on the ground. Bay has it at third. He'll win the race to the bag himself. Steps on it, and that'll do it for Batavia in the inning. So all things considered, Jamestown gets out of that relatively unscathed. 1 run, no hits, a couple walks. 2 men left aboard. Take this to the second. 1 in the books here from Dwyer Stadium. It's the Muckdogs 1 and the Tarp Skunks no score on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Is the first commercial brewery in Batavia in nearly 100 years. We offer a selection of our own house brews along with other New York State produced beers, spirits, and wines. A full dining menu, large brew hall, beautiful bar, and tons of new friends. Here at Eli Fish Brewing Company, we want to honor traditions and create new stories. We're not just making beer, we're brewing history. When you work with a community bank like Tompkins, we don't expect your financial picture to fit neatly into a box. We take a close look at your situation and propose solutions that make sense for your financial journey. Our community banking model ensures that all credit decisions are made locally, wherever you call home. We have a local leadership teams, community banking boards, and bright and happy team members living right alongside you. We're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors too.
Leading off the top of the second for the Tarp Skunks, standing forward in the lineup, designated hitter number 13, Brandon Lane.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium in Batavia, 1-0 Muckdogs your score. And as we go to the top of the second inning, it is designated hitter Brandon Lane standing in. First pitch letter high just off the plate, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 from Prospero, missing off the plate, down and away, 2-0 the count. Lane enters tonight's contest with a .333 batting average and a couple of runs driven in. Pitch is on the outside corner that time. Prospero gets the call, 2-1. Righty on righty matchup, 2-1 delivery is swung on, and that is laced, and that is a fair ball down the left field line, and taking a big turnaround first, but staying right there with the leadoff single is Lane. That was a very nice job in left field to get to that ball quickly by Burroway. Turn made a strong throw to the edge of the left field grass to the third baseman Corso, and it holds Lane to a single. So runner on first, nobody out. Coming to the plate now is the first baseman, Padraig O'Shaughnessy, number 10. Standing in for the left side. Lane taking his lead off first. That pitch is off the plate, down and away, and the count 1-0. So Batavia had the first run of the game, but Jamestown has the first hit of the game. Go figure that one. Runner on first, nobody out. It'll be a 1-0. Swung on and drilled foul on the ground outside the first base bag, and the count is level at 1 ball, 1 strike. Prospero had a very good top of the first. He set down the Tarp Skunks in order. So far already having to deal with the leadoff hitter on base. Meanwhile, the third baseman, who might be in both the games already so far this season, one of the best defensive players in this league, as the next pitch swung on, hit high in the air to deep right. Leadham going back, still back, Retich to the track, but he makes the catch. Backpedaling for the first out. He throws it back into second, so Lane forced to go back to first. Again, he had to retreat very far, cover a lot of real estate, but as he's done so far, he makes the catch. 1 gone. Meanwhile, Lane back to first. So we talked about Bay's defensive prowess. Well, Josh Leadham, he's the answer for Batavia. He's been terrific defensively so far. So 1 on and 1 gone. Here is Will Doral as they try a pickoff throw over to first. Not in time. In the top half of the second inning right now, Batavia with a 1-0 edge. Next pitch is swung on and slashes that foul. That's going to get out of play. As Cody Bay is at the play right now, was O'Shaughnessy on the flyout. Bay with a 188 average, but 3 RBIs so far in the year. And again, Bay and Leadham, 2 of the best defensive players in this league so far this season. As that pitch swung on, nice play by the shortstop, flips the second one, on to first in time! A wonderfully turned, inning-ending double play, twin killing, pitcher's best friend, and they get out of the jam as Brian Bellows stayed on that 2-hopper, flipped to second, got it to first, and that ends the inning for Jamestown. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Because of the DP, no one left on. Home half of the second, and our score, 1-0 Batavia on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel is the area's premier entertainment destination. Get the full experience by visiting one of our 4 great restaurants, watch live racing, take in a concert, and visit the gaming floor. You'll be able to dine, play, and stay at our facility in our boutique 84-room hotel. For more information, visit us on Facebook or at BataviaDownsGaming.com.
Wright Beverage has been servicing upstate New York with delicious beverages for over 65 years. With a fervent passion for customer service and employee morale, the corporation now services 17 and a half counties in western New York, operating out of multiple state-of-the-art facilities and sales offices. We've received numerous national awards, including the Coors Founders Award and the Guinness Golden Bar Award. We are a company that treats you right.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium, home half inning number 2, and it's your Muckdogs with a 1-0 lead over Jamestown. Number 16, Josh Leadham, who made a sparkling play in the top half of the last inning. He'll lead off this inning for the Muckdogs. First pitch swung on, hit on the ground to third. Bay had him played perfectly on to first. Plenty of time, nothing to it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Bay was actually very shallow, almost like he was expecting a bunt. He was inside the cutout at third. Once he fielded the grounder cleanly, no problem to it. 1 gone. So here is Batavia's very own Jerry Reinhart standing in, the righty against the righty DeMarco. 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Pitch is off the plate, a little bit low and inside, 1-0. On the scoreboard, 1-0 for Batavia, 0-1-0 for Jamestown. John Kruba taking you through this one here on the Muckdogs Baseball Network. Next pitch swung on, that is roped over the leaping try of the shortstop Johnson into left center. And then Reinhardt with his speed thought about going for second, but that was a good throw by the left fielder Hardigan that time to get it into second quickly. But a one-out base knock, Reinhardt aboard. So here comes number 5, the third baseman, making his Muckdog debut tonight to a nice hand from the crowd. It's number 5, Kyle Corso. Kyle standing in right side. DeMarco, first base side of the rubber. Reinhardt off first. Pitch is a weak hack at a pitch down and away. 0-1. So for Batavia, that was their first hit of the evening from Reinhardt. That pitch well off the plate, down and outside, and a nice backhand again by Maglio, and the count is even, 1-1. On deck for Batavia, it is the first baseman, number 4, Trey Bacon. Next pitch, and Corso grooves it well, foul down that right field line. Giving it a look that time was the first baseman, Padraig O'Shaughnessy, but that'll reach the seats out of play. Count now, ball and 2 strikes on Corso. Batavia getting their only run, and the only run of the game for that matter, in the home half of the first on an RBI ground out by Tyler Canoe. It'll be a 1-2 on its way. And that is off the plate, downstairs and outside. Good take from Corso. Count even, 2-2. Again, just an absolutely gorgeous evening here at the ballpark. Sun, no real shadows, just an overall perfect evening for baseball here at Dwyer Stadium. DeMarco ready to go, comes set. 2-2 is swung on, a fist hit foul back behind the plate, well out, and the count is going to hold at 2-2. So Reinhardt taking his lead off first base. From the right side, Corso ready. It'll be again a 2-2. Swung on and missed, he got him. That time got him to chase that high heater up and outside. 2 away, and the Muckdogs half of the second. So this will leave it to the number 9 hitter, first baseman Trey Bacon. Bacon, the righty, facing the righty throwing DeMarco, who's already had to throw a lot of pitches through just an inning and 2/3. That is off the plate, takes it in close, and the count 1-0. Bacon, another one of these big righties in this lineup for the Muckdogs. Very right-handed hitting. Here comes the 1-0, and that is off the plate, high and outside, and the count quickly 2-0. Bacon on the season, still looking for his first hit. However, he does have an RBI on a sac fly already this year. As the catcher quickly went out, that was Baglio to talk with his pitcher DeMarco. As Reinhardt again off first in the bottom of the second, and the Muckdogs up by a run. It's funny, in speaking with Jerry Reinhardt the other day, he mentioned how much it means to be playing for his hometown team. As DeMarco coming set, the 2-0, and that is on the inside corner at the knees, 2-1. He mentioned as one thing Batavia likes to do is have the kids run the bases in between innings, and one of them came up to him and actually said to him, you know, I want to be an athlete just like you when I grow up, and that made him smile as Reinhardt goes for second, throws down, that air mails the second baseman, goes into center field, but not deep enough to allow Reinhardt to get the third, but he will get a stolen base, and he's on second with 2 men out. Meanwhile, that pitch was called a ball, and now it's 3-1 to Bacon. And that's the speed that Reinhardt gives you. He's always a threat to do that. Every time he's on board, you can see why the Muck Dogs love having him on the team, besides the fact that he's just from Batavia. Here comes the 3-1. Off the plate, high and outside. Good eye from Trey. He'll jog on down to first on the free pass. And the Muck Dogs might have something going again. They have runners on first and second and 2 out. Back to the top of the lineup card we go. It's going to be a second baseman, number 24, Brian Fry. He led off the game for the Muck Dogs with a walk and came around to score on the RBI ground out by Canoe. So far, that's the difference in the game. Fry standing in from the left side, working against the righty DeMarco, who continues to have to deal with traffic on the base pass. First pitch is off the plate, down and away, low, 1-0 the count. And actually, he called that a strike. It looked like it was a little bit low, but instead, the count, 0-1. Standing again from the left side, runners off first and second, 2 out. The 0-1 is swung on and laces that well foul down that left field line, and the count 0-2. John Kruber taking you through this one here on the Muck Dogs Baseball Network. So Fry quickly down now 0-2, but they still have runners on first and second and 2 men down. Big pitch here is DeMarco coming set from the first base side of the rubber. Lefty Fry, pitch is swung on, hit on the ground. Nice scoop on the first baseman. Flips to the pitcher DeMarco, just getting Fry by a half a step. And that's it for Batavia here in the home half the second. For Batavia, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left stranded. Take this to the third. Our score through 2. Batavia with the 1-0 lead over Jamestown on the Muck Dogs Baseball Network.
Now let's send it down to the Diamond PMS Diamond.
For over 3 decades. We are an 160-bed facility located in Batavia, New York, in close proximity to all local hospitals. Not only has Premier Genesee long been acknowledged as a leading senior care provider, our beautifully designed facility is now widely recognized as one of the most attractive in the area. Everybody deserves a place that feels like home. United Memorial is a community hospital located in the heart of Genesee County and an affiliate of the Rochester Regional Health System. Rochester Regional's United Memorial serves residents of Genesee County and surrounding rural communities. The 131-bed hospital in Batavia features a new state-of-the-art surgical department, a wound care center, a telemedicine program for intensive care, a joint replacement center of excellence, 2 urgent care centers, and a number of primary and specialty physician offices. United Memorial is a niche hospital and a New York State designated stroke center.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium, top of the third. Batavia up a run. First pitch is swung on and chopped foul by the leadoff hitter, number 2, the right fielder, Will Dorrell. As the count quickly 0-1 as the righty Prospero on the mound. For Dorrell, standing in with a .333 batting average to this point on the season and a run knocked in. It will be 6th, 7th, and 8th in the lineup as that next pitch is swung on and missed right over the top of that fastball, high and away, 0-2. That was a high riser that time. So it's going to be Will Dorrell leading off, followed by the extra hitter Nathan Smith and the catcher Dan Maglio in this half of the inning for the Tarp Skunks. Pitch off the plate, high and outside, and the count now 2-2. Again, towing the rubber from the first base side. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on, roped towards left center field, but on the run to make the play nicely that time was Burroway over the shoulder. One gone. So one away and no one on. Here is the extra hitter tonight for the visiting Jamestown. It's going to be number 23, Nathan Smith. Righty on righty matchup. So far to this point in the evening, Prospero has done a very good job of getting ahead in counts and working quickly. As Smith swings and misses at that fastball, not even close. 0-1. Smith on the season batting .500 in 2 plate appearances. He has a hit as that pitch is out of the strike zone, dive down and away, 1-1. Has a couple of walks, no runs yet driven in on the season. Next pitch is knee high across the inside corner, zipped it in there beautifully, and the count 1-2. Gets the sign, first base side, pitch is off the plate, high and away, and the count is even, 2-2. Again, from the first base side, Prospero goes to the windup. Fastball right down easy street over the heart of the plate. Didn't swing. I think he was looking for a breaking pitch. Got stunned with a fastball. 2 gone. Nice job deceiving the hitter that time from Prospero. He set that hitter up and then finished him off with a fastball after giving him a diet steady of curveballs. 2 gone, no one on. Here is Maglio. First pitch is diving down and off the plate, low and away, 1-0. On our scoreboard, 1-1-0 for Batavia, beating 0-1-0 for Jamestown. From the right side of the plate, here comes the pitch. That is across the inner half, and the count now 1-1. Maglio still searching for his first hit of the season. Next pitch is on the outside third for a called second strike. So Prospero just 1 strike away from having his second 1-2-3 inning in the first 3 of the ball game. Pitch is on the outside third. Looked to be a little away, but he gets the call. That's what happens when you throw strikes. And as we go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 Batavia on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel is the official hotel partner of the Batavia Muckdogs. Be sure to visit us at BataviaDownsGaming.com and click on the Hotel tab to see our latest and greatest offers. That's BataviaDownsGaming.com.
After 31 years in Batavia, Ficarella's Pizzeria is now the oldest family-run pizzeria in town. Our menu for sit-down, pickup, or delivery includes a huge variety of pizza, hot and cold subs, fish fries, pasta, salads, side dishes, and specialty sandwiches. Everything is made fresh and with great care. New items appear regularly, as do the new customers who discover the quality food, friendly service, and consistency, which are all an integral part of the Ficarella's business model. Fans, if you or anyone you know would like to recognize a veteran at one of our home games, please email us with their name and a good email or phone to contact them at. The vet who is recognized will receive 4 free tickets to that game. Please get the word out and send an email to samdefilippo12@gmail.com. Again, that's samdefilippo12@gmail.com with a good email or phone to contact them at.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium as we go to the bottom of the third inning, and our score 1-0 Muckdogs over the Tarp Skunks. John Kruba taking you through this one, and leading off this inning in the bottom of the third for Batavia, shortstop number 30, Brian Bello. He walked his first time up at his first plate appearance, chops that one foul slightly up the first baseline, 0-1. On the scoreboard, 1-1-0 for Batavia, 0-1-0 for Jamestown. Bello standing back in from the right side of the plate, righty on righty. DeMarco ready to go. Pitch swung on again, chopped foul. 0-2 the count. Stands back in from the right side. It'll be an 0-2. And that is down and off the plate, low and away again. Maglio with a good scoop. Boy, he has really been good behind the plate defensively tonight for Jamestown. Very good at keeping that ball in front of him, as it'll be a 1-2 home to Bello. DeMarco setting at the belt. He steps off. Now he'll step back on again. 1-2 coming home from DeMarco. Swung on and hit on the ground left side. Bay, the third baseman, has it on to first as they get him by a step and a half. One away. Again, Bay just so solid over there. Made a couple of nice plays already tonight, and he just did again right there. One down, no one on. Here is DiStefano. Again, playing in his first game of the Muckdogs tonight. First appearance of him. And he was able to get on back in the bottom of the first inning to load the bases. We'll see if he can get on again. First pitch home is swung on, and a high pop fly down that left field line. Bay, the third baseman, gave it a look. But that'll get out into the seats, out of play. Again, standing in from the left side. Knees bent. It'll be an 0-1. And that is on the outside corner. Dotted it over the black. 0-2. Reminder, fans, just come out and support this powerhouse team that is your Batavia Muckdogs. They continue to win and roll, and they're a lot of fun to watch. Already up by 1 here in the bottom of the third. Next pitch is swung on. Pop fly jam shot off the end of the bat, shallow left field. And it's the shortstop who takes charge and makes the play. And that's Nate Johnson. That's probably a good thing for Jamestown because they had the left fielder Harding coming on and the third baseman Bay. And that could have been a very nasty collision, but the shortstop took charge right there. And Johnson makes the over-the-shoulder grab for the second out. So 2 down and no one on. This is going to leave it to number 35, Tyler Canoe, the designated hitter. Only run driven in the game. He had an RBI ground out. Check swing, and no, he did not go around on that cutter, down and in. 1-0. Knees bent. He'll await a 1-0 offering from DeMarco. Coming set the pitch. And that is off the plate, down and away as well. And they count 2-0 now. With the knees bent, bat back. This would be a really nice inning for DeMarco to go 1-2-3. He threw a lot of pitches in the first 2 innings. Next pitch is across the inside corner for a called strike. Now the good news, even though he's thrown a lot of pitches, he hasn't allowed a lot of runs to score. But still, if he wants to last deep, he's going to need some quick innings here. Next pitch is grounded outside the third base bag, and the count is even, 2-2. He'll stand in once more. 2-2 with 2 outs. 1-0 Batavia with the lead. Swung on and missed, tied him up inside, handcuffed him with a breaking pitch down and in, 12-6, and that's it. So for Batavia, no runs, no hits, no errors. First 1-2-3 inning for Jamestown in the game. We go to the fourth, 3 in the books at Dwyer, 1-0 Muckdogs on the Batavia Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Eli Fish Brewing Company is the first commercial brewery in Batavia in nearly 100 years. We offer a selection of our own house brews along with other New York State produced beers, spirits, and wines. A full dining menu, large brew hall, beautiful bar, and tons of new friends. Here at Eli Fish Brewing Company, we want to honor traditions and create new stories. We're not just making beer, we're brewing history. This is your place. For more than 25 years, Alex's Place has been serving up sizzling steaks, succulent seafood, charcoal grilled chicken and chops, and of course, our famous barbecue baby back ribs. We're known for hearty portions, a homey atmosphere, and heartfelt hospitality. So bring your appetite and a few friends. We can't wait to see you here.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium for the top of the fourth. 1-0 Batavia the score. And it's going to be number 18 Royce Frazier, the number 10 hitter, starting the inning off for Jamestown. First pitch is swung on and fouled straight back, and the count 0-1. Prospero, though, has been outstanding over the first 3 innings. This is the 3rd game in a row we've seen a very good pitching performance to start off the game. Next pitch swung on and missed, tied him up inside, 0-2. We saw A.J. Winger a couple nights ago really come out and dominate, and then we saw Nolan Sparks last night in Geneva. Here comes the 0-2, and that is waved at and missed. See ya. Thanks for playing, Frazier. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night on the punch-out. 1 gone. Or as a certain announcer used to say in the past, down goes Frazier. So he is gone on the strikeout, 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup we go. It's going to be the center fielder and leadoff hitter, number 5, Henry Martinez. He squares to bunt, but that is going to roll foul. Back behind the plate, and the count 0-1. Standing in again from the left side, Martinez 0 for 1 so far tonight as he flew out to right back in the first. Next pitch swung on, and that's ripped, and that's going to go foul down that right field line, and the count now quickly 0-2. On our scoreboard, 1-1-0 for Batavia, beating 0-1-0 for Jamestown. Here comes the 0-2 from Prospero, in the dirt, down and away outside, and the count 1-2. Lefty on righty matchup, Prospero getting the side. 1-2 is swung on, and again going to go well foul down that left field line. Count holds. Martinez from the left side of the plate. Yogi Hardigan, the left fielder, number 28, in the on-deck circle for Jamestown. Getting the sign again, once more to be a 1-2. Swung on and hit in the air towards the left center field gap. On the run, making the catch. Tracking it down that time was the center fielder, Mike DiStefano. He has wheels. He can really go get it, and he did right there for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down, and again, that will leave it to Hardigan. He'll step up to the plate from the left side. 0 for 1 so far today. Knees bent in the bat back. Here comes the first pitch home from Prospero. Fastball zips it in there across the outside corner. Well located on the four-seamer. 0-1. Next pitch is down and off the plate. Tailing down in at the shoelaces. Count even. Again with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th and no one on base for Jamestown. Coming set, here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouls it straight back. Almost coming for a crash landing near me up here in the press box, but the count holds. And so that one went out of place. So the home plate umpire asking for some new baseballs, and Eric, our clubhouse manager, providing them to him. So a shout out to Eric down there as the count going to be 1-2. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and fights it off. Shallow left, and no one's going to get there as it lands in, and it's going to be a 2-out base knock. And a good piece of 2-strike hitting that time as he just fought it off and sawed it down that left field line. And neither the left fielder Burroway or the third baseman Corso could get there. It found grass, 2 down. So a bit of a seeing eye single, and the inning stays alive for Jamestown, their second hit of the ball game. So here comes the shortstop, number 12, and the third hitter tonight, Nate Johnson. 0 for 1 tonight as they throw over to first. No tag applied. On deck is the designated hitter tonight, number 13, Brandon Lane. So the scoreboard now 1-1-0, Batavia 0-2-0 for Jamestown. Pitch smacked on the ground, shortstop. Bello has it and decided not to make the throw. Thought he was going to make the throw to first, thought about second, and instead both runners are going to be safe, and it's now runners on first and second, 2 out. In the end, that was a pretty slow roller, and he decided rather than risk a bad throw, decided to just swallow it. So first and second, 2 gone. Inning stays alive for the designated hitter, number 13, Brandon Lane. So first real threat of the game for the Tarp Skunks, and neither ball all that well struck, but 2 runners aboard. Pitch is out in the outside edge, and the count 0-1. This has to be, regardless how this inning turns out, this has to be encouraging to see Prospero pitch so well. He's really locating tonight. Looks to be in command. Next pitch, diving out of the zone. The bottom just dropped out of that one. Down and away, count evened up, 1-1. So Lane standing back in from the right side. Pitch is swung on, and that's laced into right center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. That's going to tie the game. And going up to third, it's Lannon standing on first with a big 2-out hit to tie the game up. It is the designated hitter Lane, and we are tied at 1 in the top of the 4th. This came basically out of nowhere. The first 2 hits were not well hit at all. And then all of a sudden, just a good job dropping the bat head on that pitch, taking it to right center, and getting an RBI single. So it was Hardigan who crossed the plate. Johnson moves up to third. Lane standing on first with 2 outs. And here's the first baseman, number 5 hitter, Padraig O'Shaughnessy. Standing in for the left side. Prospero trying to get out of the jam. First pitch right over the heart of the plate. On the outside third, 0-1. And right now, how big does it look that Batavia loaded the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the first, and they could only push across a run? Right now, that's looming huge in this outcome. Next pitch is swung on and missed. And the count now quickly 0-2. If you're Prospero, you've still pitched really well through 3 2/3, especially in this inning. You just got to bear down and focus on this hitter. Don't worry about what's happened up to this point. Just stop the bleeding right here. Give your team a chance to get the lead back. Prospero from the first base side. Runners on the corners. 2 men out. 0-2 the count. Righty against lefty. Prospero coming set. The pitch is swung on. Hit right side. Fry ranging over to his left. On to first. Plenty of time. Nice job by the second baseman to field that clean. That'll do it. But damage done. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. 2 men left stranded. Take this to the home half of the fourth. Tied at 1 here from Dwyer Stadium on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
All credit decisions are made locally, wherever you call home. We have a local leadership teams, community banking boards, and bright and happy team members living right alongside you. We're not just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too.
Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel is the area's premier entertainment destination. Get the full experience by visiting one of our 4 great restaurants, watch live racing, take in a concert, and visit the gaming floor. You'll be able to dine, play, and stay at our facility in our boutique 84-room hotel. For more information, visit us on Facebook or at BataviaDownsGaming.com.
Fans, if you or anyone you know would like to recognize a teacher that has made a difference to you, please nominate them to be Teacher of the Game. If a teacher is picked, they will get 2 free tickets to a home game, and we will shout them out during our 4th inning. Please get the word out and send an email to samdefilippo12@gmail.com. That's samdefilippo.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium for the home half of inning number 4, tied at 1 between Batavia and Jamestown. DeMarco still on the mound now. The game tied. First pitch swung on, hit on the ground to third. That was smacked hard. Bay has it on to first in plenty of time. 1 away. And that was Daniel Burroway, the left fielder, who made the first pitch out. So 1 gone and no one on. Here comes the catcher, number 20, Alec Magg, standing in. On the scoreboard, 1-1-0 for the Muckdogs, 1-4-0 for Jamestown. Magg from the right side of the plate. Ready to go, and the pitch is down and outside, and the count 1-0. Magg go for 1 tonight. And we'll see if he can get on base here. Again, game tied at 1. DeMarco first base side. Pitch swung on high in the air, not all that deep, towards right center. And this time for Jamestown is the center fielder who comes across to make the catch for the second out. That was Martinez. 2 up, 2 down. So DeMarco has certainly rebounded. Give him a lot of credit after being stared down. The bases loaded, nobody out. Only gave up 1. Really hasn't given up much since then. So 2 away and nobody on. This is going to leave it to number 16, Josh Leadham, the right fielder. Sometimes you got to get them early to get them, and if you don't, you sometimes pay the consequences. Next pitch swung on, hit on the ground. Nice backhand stop, shortstop, across the diamond in time to gun him down. That is a nice defensive play from the shortstop, Johnson, in plenty of time. And how about this? 5 pitches to get 3 outs. So the last 2 innings have been very economical for DeMarco. Again, ton of credit to him. So through 4, tied at 1 here at Dwyer Stadium in Batavia on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Nursing and rehabilitation has been servicing the community for over 3 decades. We are an 160-bed facility located in Batavia, New York, in close proximity to all local hospitals. Not only has Premier Genesee long been acknowledged as a leading senior care provider, our beautifully designed facility is now widely recognized as one of the most attractive in the area. Everybody deserves a place that feels like home. United Memorial is a community hospital located in the heart of Genesee County and an affiliate of the Rochester Regional Health System. Rochester Regional's United Memorial serves residents of Genesee County and surrounding rural communities. The 131-bed hospital in Batavia features a new state-of-the-art surgical department, a wound care center, a telemedicine program for intensive care, a joint replacement center of excellence, 2 urgent care centers, and a number of primary and specialty physician offices. United Memorial is a niche hospital and a New York State designated stroke center.
Back here for the top of the 5th inning from Dwyer Stadium, and we are tied up at 1 apiece between Jamestown and Batavia. It's going to be the third baseman, Cody Bay, number 7, to lead off this top of the 5th for the visiting Tarp Skunks. Against Prospero on the mound, righty on righty, swung on and missed. He pulled the strings on that one, basically deked him right out of his cleats, and the count 0-1. On the scoreboard again, 1-1-0 for Batavia, 1-4-0 for Jamestown. Next pitch, dots it in there perfectly, picture perfect, across the outer third, 0-2. So Bay 0 for 1 tonight, quickly in a hole. From the first base side, the pitch comes home, and that is swung on. Good swing to keep that alive. Fouls it away down the right field line. Count holds. Again, knees bent. It'll be an 0-2. Getting the sign, the pitch. Swung on and lifted a mile high out to shallow center. Ball keeps drifting, but on his high horse to make that catch, it was the center fielder DiStefano, 1 away. So we'll see if Prospero can have a bounce back inning after surrendering the tying run on an RBI single back in the 4th. 1 gone. Here's the right fielder, number 2, Will Dorrell, standing in from the left side. And meanwhile, it's Nathan Smith, the extra hitter, on deck as Dorrell swings and misses right over the top of that heater, and the count 0-1. Here comes the no ball, 1 strike pitch, and that is down and away, and the count is even, 1-1. From the first base side, the 1-1 pitch, swung on and gonna lace that foul high in the air, and that'll get out of play down that left field line. Heading for those cars in the parking lot, 1-2. One and two here is Prospero, now 4 1/3 innings, only giving up 1 run. He's been good tonight. Pitch off the plate, and the count is even. If you're just tuning in, John Karuba bringing you this broadcast tonight. Batavia scored their run in the first on an RBI groundout by Canoe, as that pitch on the outside third gets the call. So he is gone on strikes as Dorrell. He is retired, 2 away. As Nathan Smith will come to the plate for the second time tonight. He is the extra hitter, number 23. He is 0 for 1 tonight. So again, Batavia got the 1-0 lead on the RBI groundout by Canoe, only to watch Brandon Lane tie it on an opposite field ribby single to right center in the 4th. That's where we stand right now. First pitch comes home, and it is knee high over the inside third, 0-1. Dan Maglio, the catcher, who's been very good on defense so far tonight. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back, 0-2. He is the on-deck hitter as we are in the 8, 9, and 10 part of the Jamestown lineup. Pitch is just off the plate, inside 1-2, and that's one thing we've noticed. As Batavia has continued to pitch better, the pace has quickened. You're not really seeing them hesitate on the mound all that much. They just want to get the ball and just keep working with it. And that is swung on and missed, like right there, as Smith is gone on the punch out, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We're halfway through. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Good one going, a pitcher's duel from Dwyer Stadium, tied at 1 here on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Wright Beverage has been servicing upstate New York with delicious beverages for over 65 years. With a fervent passion for customer service and employee morale, the corporation now services 17 and a half counties in western New York, operating out of multiple state-of-the-art facilities and sales offices. We've received numerous national awards, including the Coors Founders Award and the Guinness Golden Bar Award. We are a company that treats you right. This is your place. For more than 25 years, Alex's Place has been serving up sizzling steaks, succulent seafood, charcoal grilled chicken and chops, and of course, our famous barbecue baby back ribs. We're known for hearty portions, a homey atmosphere, and heartfelt hospitality. So bring your appetite and a few friends. We can't wait to see you here.
Welcome back here to Dwyer Stadium, tied at 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's going to be Jerry Reinhardt to lead off this half inning for Batavia as we're in the 8, 9, 10 part of the Muckdogs order. So bottom 3rd, he'll stand in from the right side. Reinhardt with a base hit last time up. First pitch swung on, he cracks it in the air into shallow straightaway center. Going out and making the grab that time, it was the center fielder. Nice play by Martinez. Originally, looked like it was going to be the shortstop Johnson, but in any event, they record the out, 1 gone. So 1 down and no one aboard. Here is the third baseman, number 5, Kyle Corso, standing in right side. On the scoreboard, 1-4-0 for Jamestown, 1-1-0 Batavia. First pitch drops it in there on the outside corner, and the count 0-1. Again from the right side of the plate with the knees bent. It'll be an 0-1, and that is dropped out of the zone, a little bit low and inside at the shoelaces, and the count is level, 1-1. In the home half of the 5th inning, John Karuba taking you through this one here tonight on the Muckdogs Baseball Network. From the first base side, here comes the next pitch. The lefty deals down and inside, again in the dirt, 2-1. Really, Batavia, since that first inning when they had that big threat, only got 1 run out of it. They've only had one base runner since. They got to try and figure out a way to generate something. Here comes the pitch. Off the plate, a bit high and upstairs outside. 3-1. Well, a walk with one out would certainly be a good starter as Trey Bacon, the first baseman, awaits in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 3-1, and that is on the outside corner, called second strike. 3-2, bottom of the fifth inning, tied at 1, and one man out. It'll be a full count offering on its way. Here comes the pitch, swung on, and that is lifted high in the air to straightaway center field. Martinez there, relatively shallow center, makes the call on the catch. Well in front of that batter's eye, straightaway center in front of that 400-foot marker, 2 gone. So 2 down, and that is going to leave it to the first baseman, number 4, Trey Bacon, with 2 away. Gonna get the sign. First pitch comes home, and that is on the outside third. Dots it in there, 0-1. Bacon 0 for 1. He did reach on a walk, though, earlier in the game. It'll be an 0-1 on its way, and that is in the dirt down and outside, very low, and the count is level at a ball and a strike. As the sun again beginning to set here in Batavia on a very beautiful night for baseball here at Dwyer Stadium, tied at 1, a good game, a classic in the making against Jamestown. Pitch is off the plate, a little bit low and outside. Good borderline take that time by Bacon, 2-1. With 2 down and no one on base. Muckdogs trying to get back into the groove offensively. 2-1, and that is dropped in there nicely at the letters across the inside third, 2-2. Righty against lefty on the mound. Going to get the sign, and the 2-2 going to be on its way. Comes set over the top, swung on, and a good piece of hitting to stay alive by Bacon. Slashed it foul down the right field seats. Count holds. If Bacon gets on, we go back to the top of the lineup for the second baseman, Brian Fry, on deck. Here comes 2-2. Swung on and laced. Oh, what a backhanded play by Bay. Across to first. What a play defensively by Cody Bay as he had to field it backhand, and his momentum was carrying him down the third base line, but made a strong throw in the air to the first baseman and guns him out. What a play. Wow. As we go to the 6th inning, what a way to end the 5th. Tied at 1 here on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
The first commercial brewery in Batavia in nearly 100 years. We offer a selection of our own house brews along with other New York State produced beers, spirits, and wines. A full dining menu, large brew hall, beautiful bar, and tons of new friends. Here at Eli Fish Brewing Company, we want to honor traditions and create new stories. We're not just making beer, we're brewing history.
Welcome back here to Dwyer Stadium as we go to the top of the 6th inning, tied at 1. Dan Maglio, the catcher, leading off, and he lines one right at the third baseman who snags it, and that was Kyle Corso, one away. That was ticketed for the left field corner on the leadoff double. Instead, it's a long, well struck out. So Bay had a great defensive play in the last half inning, and now Corso just matched them. Some really good defense going on at the hot corner tonight. Then again, that's why they call it that. One away, no one on. That pitch is swung on, and that is drilled into center field. That'll get on through for a one-out single, as that was number 18, the second baseman, Royce Frazier. He pivoted around first, but he'll head back with a one-out base knock. Back to the top of the lineup we go for the center fielder, number 5, Henry Martinez. 5th hit of the night already for Jamestown, and it's kind of playing out like last time. Defense much better, but remember in last game, these two teams played. Jamestown almost out-hit Batavia 2-1 and still lost, and that's the way it is right now, tied at 1, as the bunt is right in front of the plate. Mag on to first, and that is going to be a sacrifice, as moving on up to second is going to be Frazier, 2 gone. That was a nice play by Mag, as it was dropped right in front of the plate. Mag barehanded it, made the strong throw to first, and plenty of time for the second out. So now 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Here's the left fielder, number 28, Yogi Hardigan, 0 for 2 so far tonight. But again, Jamestown out-hitting Batavia 5-1, but still find themselves only tied, as the pitcher turned and looked at second base, thought about a pickoff throw, but the shortstop couldn't get there in time, so no one was covering, as the count was 1-1. And now there's 2 outs. Digging in from the left side. First pitch home. Swung on. He's going to get out of it. Ground ball right side. Fry to Bacon, the first baseman, in plenty of time, and that'll do it. So Jamestown again comes up empty despite traffic on the base pass. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. Quick ball game. We're going to the home half of the 6th. It's not even 8:30 yet. Tied at 1 here on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
For over 65 years. With a fervent passion for customer service and employee morale, the corporation now services 17.5 counties in western New York, operating out of multiple state-of-the-art facilities and sales offices. We've received numerous national awards, including the Coors Founders Award and the Guinness Golden Bar Award. We are a company that treats you right. Premier Genesee Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation has been servicing the community for over 3 decades. We are an 160-bed facility located in Batavia, New York, in close proximity to all local hospitals. Not only has Premier Genesee long been acknowledged as a leading senior care provider, our beautifully designed facility is now widely recognized as one of the most attractive in the area. Everybody deserves a place that feels like home.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium for the bottom of the 6th inning, tied at 1 between Batavia and Jamestown, and we have gotten a great pitchers doing great defense for both teams. No errors for either team this late in the game. That's got to be a first, as Brian Fry will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th for Batavia. First pitch is off the plate, a little bit up and in, and the count 1-0. Scoreboard 1-5-0 for the visiting Jamestown, 1-1-0 for your Muckdogs. Next pitch is off the plate, a little bit up and in at the hands of the count even. Batavia taking the 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 1st. Only to watch Jamestown tied in the top half of the 4th. Fry swings and fouls it back, and the count going to be 1-2. So we're in the top third of the Batavia lineup, which when you're looking to reestablish control of the game, this is where you want it to be. It's going to be number 24, Fry, at the plate right now, followed by Bello, and then DiStefano, and Cano following that. So we, again, are in the top third of the Batavia lineup. Next pitch is off the plate, a little bit inside, off the inside corner, and the count even, 2-2. Lefty against lefty on the mound and at the plate. It'll once more be a 2-ball, 2-strike delivery. Swung on, and again, going to rip that foul down the third base line in the air, and that'll find the seats out of play. Count remains 2-2. As a long day's journey in tonight officially beginning here in Batavia, as the sun is certainly beginning to set. It'll be a 2-2 again, home to Fry, 6th pitch of the AB, and that is fouled back to the screen. Once more, we'll do it again on 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, and awaiting a 2-2 pitch on its way. Getting the sign. Now time is called. John Kruba taking you through this one here on the Muckdogs Baseball Network. Thank you for joining us here on your Friday evening. And really, what a better way can you think of one to start off your weekend than enjoying Muckdogs baseball right here from Dwyer Stadium. It's even better if you come down to the ballpark. The next pitch swung on and again fouls it back. So again, the count holds 2-2. Bello, the on-deck hitter, and he is playing shortstop tonight for Batavia. One thing Fry at least is doing by making the pitcher work, he's forcing him to throw a lot. He's giving the other hitters a look at the repertoire, which is big, especially the part of the lineup you're in. And that is downstairs and outside, so that was a full count offering, so that is a leadoff walk. So Fry will jog on down to first, and that is a well-earned free pass. So runner on first, nobody out. Here is Brian Bello digging in. Runner on first, nobody out. Jamestown with 5 hits on the night, only 1 for Batavia. Here comes the pitch, and he squares to Bunny, gets it down, right side, and the pitcher slipped and fell, so everybody's going to be safe. That was a bunt played down the first base line, almost near the first base cutout. The pitcher went to field, but just blew a tire, and once that happened, no one could get it in time, and it's now 2 aboard, no one out. So with Fry and Bello up, there is going to be a meeting at the mound, and here's where things get interesting, folks. You have DiStefano up right now, but you have one of your big boys in Tyler Canoe on deck. I wonder if Skip Martinez is going to put the bunt sign on again. A lot of times you don't with the number 3 hitter, but in this case, I wonder if they will when you have Canoe, and then after him, you got another power bat in Daniel Burroway. So things getting mighty interesting here at Dwyer Stadium in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tied at 1, runners on first and second, and nobody out. And by the way, that is not scored an error. It is scored a base hit, in case you were wondering. So that is the 2nd hit of the night for the Muckdogs. 1-5-0 for Jamestown, 1-2-0 for the Muckdogs. So here is Mike DiStefano standing in from the left side. Again, a lefty-on-lefty matchup. We'll see if the bunt sign is on from the third base side. Has to work out of the stretch. First pitch comes home, and that is zipped in there across the inside corner. He didn't offer to bunt, so it looks like they are going to just have him swing away. 0-1. Bit of a gamble here from Skip Martinez and the Muckdogs, but we'll see if it pays off. So far, why not? Everything else they've been doing has been working. They're 5-1 already this year. Here comes the 0-1 on its way. Swung on and drills it foul down that left field line and well out of play. And the count now 0-2. So good speed on the base pass for Batavia, especially at second with Fry. If a base hit gets into the outfield, there's a good chance he's going to score on it. So Fry off second and Bello off first. First baseman not even holding Bello on over at the first base back. It'll be an 0-2 on its way. Both runners go up and in, and did that get him? Yes, it did. It looks like it got him on the forearm. So for the second time tonight, Batavia, bases juiced and no one out. Last time they could only get one run in. Can they make it sting even more this time? We'll see, but Tyler Canoe, who got an RBI ground out the last time he was in this position in the bottom of the first, let's see if he can do something even more here in the home half of the sixth, really give Batavia potentially control the game. As the catcher Maglio out to have a word, try to calm his pitcher down. That was a fastball intended to be in the upper third, but that ran too far inside, and obviously a hit by pitch, not a good result for the visiting Tarp Skunks. But your Muckdogs will take it. They have the bases loaded and nobody out. So here is Canoe, and now time as the pitcher was still on the mound, and I wonder if we're going to get a change here. Another meeting at the mound. Let's see. So John Krupa taking you through this one. Bottom of the sixth, game hanging in the balance right here, folks. Tied at 1 on this Friday night under the lights. PG CBL action from Dwyer Stadium in Batavia in front of a packed house here. And we're glad you could make us a part of your Friday night. As again, they're still talking things over, and they are going to have a pitching change, it looks like. And indeed, that is the case. So they want to have a righty to face Canoe rather than a lefty. So that'll be all. Still a good performance, 1+ innings, but he's on the hook for the loss as he's responsible for all 3 runners on base. So again, bases loaded, nobody out, and Tyler Canoe, he is going to be the hitter for the Muckdogs. So Tyler Canoe had an RBI ground out bottom of the first, gave Batavia a 1-0 lead. Jamestown tied it on a clutch 2-out RBI single to right center by Brandon Lane in the top of the fourth, and that's been it for the offense. Tied at 1 apiece in the home half of the sixth. But get your popcorn, folks. You got bases loaded, nobody out, and Batavia with a glorious second opportunity to retake the lead. And one thing Coach Martinez in post-game interviews has said, the one thing sometimes we couldn't end up finishing teams off like in the one game against Niagara. It's really important that we do that. Well, here's the chance. Tied at 1, but you have a big opportunity to potentially put this game out of reach. So we'll see if they heed their coach's advice. Wise words from Skip Martinez indeed. So it is going to be number 26, Eddie Galatis, the right-hander who takes over. He's from North Georgia. He will take over on the mound for the Tarp Skunks. So Galatis against Tyler Canoe. So Fry is off third, Bello off second, and DiStefano, following getting hit by a pitch, off first. So we have another Batavia Muckdog making their debut. Number 31, Kenny Dodson, as he will actually pinch run for Brian Bello over at second. So still bases loaded, nobody out. Galetis on the mound as the infield comes in at all 4 spots, trying to cut off the run at the plate. Pitch swung on, fisted, into right field, a base hit. Your Muckdogs are going to take the lead. 1 run scores, sends the runner to the plate. He'll score, throw to the plate, got away from the catcher. So the other 2 runners are going to move up to second and third. And folks, Tyler Canoe does it again. A 2-run single in the bottom of the 6th, and Batavia just keeps doing it. In the bottom of the 6th, Batavia now has a 3-1 lead and looking for more. One in at bat that time. Canoe just got a fastball in her third, and he just flicked it. That's how strong he is. Pulled his hands in, took it to right field for the 2-run single. So second and third, nobody out. Here is Daniel Burroway. Let's see if he can add on. Again, infield remains in. Pitch up and inside. Forced him to jump back off the plate. 1-0. Well, now you can certainly understand it from Jamestown's perspective. The way their offense is strung tonight, they really can't afford giving up any more runs. Galettes from the third base side of the rubber. Pitch in the dirt, down and away. Almost got away from Maglio, but he keeps it rolling up the first base line. Not enough for the runner to score. 2-0. Boy, 2-0. And you have Mag on deck, who's one of the closest hitters for the Muckdogs. And what a huge situation for Batavia, and a nightmare scenario developing for the Tarp Skunks. It'll be a 2-0 on its way to Burroway, and that is off the plate a little bit low. You could see Galettes wanted the call, but he's not going to get it, and it's 3-0, and he is 1 ball away from walking the bases loaded with nobody out again. 3-0 on the scoreboard for Batavia, 1-5-1 for Jamestown. From the first base side, the 3-0 comes home. And that is on the outside corner at the blue, 3-1. As on that last play, it was a 2-run single, but it was an error on the throw to the plate that allowed the runners to move up to second and third. Digging in from the right side. Here comes the 3-1 on its way. Swung on and laced foul outside the third base bag, and now the count back to full, 3-2. Again, bottom of the 6th, Batavia with 2 runs in, still no one out. Again, Burroway standing in from the right side. Towing the rubber first base side. The 3-2 pitch going to be on its way. And that is upstairs and outside, and the bases are loaded with Muckdogs again. It's a beautiful sight, Batavia fans. For the 3rd time tonight, your dogs have bases loaded and nobody out. They made it hurt last time with the 2-run single, and now here's Alec Mag, who each time he comes up with the bases loaded seems to have a habit of coming through big. He cleared the bases last night with a double against Geneva. We'll see if he can do it again. Muckdogs would love an encore performance of that. Standing in right side, first pitch, and he took a good rip to try and do it on that first pitch fastball, but fouls it away. 0-1. Still nobody out, and this game was really moving along quite well. Pitchers duel, but Jamestown has hit a major snag here in the bottom of the 6th. Batavia with a count 0-1. Mag at the plate right side. Let's see if we can get another run in. And he swings one-handed and pulls that foul into the seats down the right field line. 0-2. Galettes coming set. He will get the sign from his catcher, Maglio. The 0-2 toaster our first base side. Swing and a miss. He got him. That is rare to do to Mag in a big spot, but this time he could not come through. 1 away. That is a big strikeout there for Galettes. He's 2 outs away from getting out of the jam. However, we talk about Josh Leadham. He's made a ton of impact with his defense, but let's see now, because he's very good at hitting as well. Coach Martinez was saying he really hasn't hit his stride offensively fully yet, but let's see when he does. Well, he's got a chance to do it right here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Standing in from the right side. Here's the pitch, and that is off the plate. A little bit down and in, 1-0. The one thing we saw from Mag in that last at bat, he kind of expanded the strike zone. That's one thing Batavia does sometimes in these situations. You don't want to, you don't have to. It's the pitcher that's in trouble. The 1-0 swung on, and he hits that one a mile, but it's going to go well foul down that left field line and out of play. Incoming to that far parking lot over there. Count is even, 1-1. But we kind of got to look at some of the power that Leadham has when he can turn on a fastball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, runners take their leads off all 3 bases with 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Pitch is in the dirt, down and away, and Baglio, at this point, it could just be on a loop recording. He continues to do a good job on those pitches in the dirt. As it'll be a 2-1 count from the first base side of the rubber. The 2-1 is in the dirt inside again. And boy, Maglio putting those catching drills they do to good use tonight, but his knees got to be taking a beating from all these pitches down low. And the count now 3-1, so Leadham can sit on his pitch here. He is in the driver's seat, up 3-1. Knees bent, open stance, righty on righty matchup. 3-1 is swung on, and he guns it foul back behind the plate. Took a big cut at that fastball. Just couldn't keep it fair, and it's 3-2. Again from the right side. Runners taking their leads off all 3 bases. It'll be a payoff pitch here. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. On a pitch down and outside. And so it's a bases loaded walk. So Leadham gets a run driven in just by being patient. And that's exactly what we talk about. Good, smart, disciplined at bat. And it's now 4-1 Batavia here in the bottom of the 6th. They're really starting to take control. And now Jerry Reinhardt, this place would go absolutely nuts if he could find a way to come up with a big hit here. They love this kid. He's from Batavia, and he loves the Muckdogs as well ever since he was a kid. Let's see if he can come through. Bases loaded, 1 out, righty on righty matchup, and that pitch is high and upstairs inside, 1-0. So Leadham gets credit with an RBI. It's funny, he wasn't sure, and half the stadium wasn't sure if it was yet, even the third base coach, but then they got the signal they wanted from the home plate umpire to take your base, and another run came across the score. 1-0 is swung on, and that is ripped deep to left center. Going back, the left fielder makes the call on the catch, but that'll be plenty deep enough to score another run from third. Meanwhile, moving up to third, and it actually fell in. So it's going to be a base hit. Originally, it looked like the left fielder was underneath it, but he could not make the play. Or check that, he did. So it is going to be a sacrifice fly for Reinhardt, as then when he went to transfer and make the throw back, lost the handle. So there is 2 outs. A run does come across the score. It's now 5-1 Batavia here in the bottom of the 6th. And as you can tell, the crowd just so happy to see Reinhardt come through there. And he gets credit with a sacrifice fly. At the bottom of the 6th, it's now 5-1 Batavia over Jamestown. Again, just pulled his hands in, didn't do too much, and then the left field was able to make the catch, but it got another run home. As now the first pitch is out in the outside corner as the runner moves up to take second, and now it's second and third with 2 outs on the stolen base. There wasn't even a play there. And now a base hit probably scores 2 more runs, and Batavia could really put this away. As it's the third baseman Corso at the plate, and that is off the plate, diving down and outside, and the count is even, 1-1. Again from the first base side of the rubber, Corso standing in from the right side of the plate. And here comes the 1-1 on its way, and that is on the outside third, called for a second strike, and it's 1-2. Again, standing back in from the right side of the plate. The 1-2, and that is swung on and missed. He got him. That retires the side. But give it up for your Muckdogs. 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 men left on, 1 big error. And as we go to the 7th inning, Batavia in control, 5-1 on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Steaks, succulent seafood, charcoal grilled chicken and chops, and of course, our famous barbecue baby back ribs. We're known for hearty portions, a homey atmosphere, and heartfelt hospitality. So bring your appetite and a few friends. We can't wait to see you here. United Memorial is a community hospital located in the heart of Genesee County and an affiliate of the Rochester Regional Health System. Rochester Regional's United Memorial serves residents of Genesee County and surrounding rural communities. The 131-bed hospital in Batavia features a new state-of-the-art surgical department, a wound care center, a telemedicine program for intensive care, a joint replacement center of excellence, 2 urgent care centers, and a number of primary and specialty physician offices. United Memorial is a niche hospital and a New York State designated stroke center.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium as we begin the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher in the game for the Muckdogs after 6 superb, brilliant innings from Prospero. It's now going to be Alex Hale taking over on the mound as Nate Johnson, the shortstop, leads off the festivities here in the top of the 7th, takes the pitch up and in, and the count 1-0. Meanwhile, the designated hitter Brandon Lane on deck. On the scoreboard now, 5-3-0 for Batavia, 1-5-1 for Jamestown. Next pitch swung on and grounds that foul outside the third base bag, and the count now 1-1. Batavia really changing this game on a dime in the bottom of the 6th inning. They got a big 2-run single from Canoe, an RBI walk from Leadham, and then a sac fly from Jerry Reinhart, and all that together makes it 5-1 Batavia as we are here in the top of the 7th inning. So here comes the 1-1 on its way from Hale, and that is swung on and laced foul out of play down that right field line, and the count 1-2. Again, standing in from the right side of the plate. Toes the rubber from the third base side. Hale comes set, pitch swung on, hit on the ground over third, and the third baseman could not come up with it, but it's a foul ball, and the count holds. Again, digs in from the right side. Once again, it'll be a 1-2 on its way. Hale getting the sign. Pitch, swung on, and again chops it foul outside third base bag. Count gonna hold. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the offense, once again, you got to give the Muckdogs credit. Every time the game seems to hang in the balance, they just find a way to come through. We have seen this several times now where maybe they haven't gotten off to the greatest start, but then all of a sudden they just pick it up offensively in almost a flash. And they did it again tonight, and this team is just on a roll. They are playing with an admirable confidence, and Batavians really, please come down and support this team. They're a lot of fun. As that pitch is swung on and fouled back off the catcher, count remains 1-2. But again, this team only possible thanks to the work of the owners Robbie and Nellie Nichols and Mark and Tabitha Witt, along with everybody on the crew here at Dwyer Stadium, as that pitch is in the dirt downhand way, and the count is even 2-2. Hale from the third base side. Johnson, to his credit, putting a good at bat on right now. Sixth pitch of the AB is down and off the plate, low and away. Count back to full. Meanwhile, the designated hitter, the player that has the 1 RBI in the game tonight for Jamestown, and that is Brandon Lane, on deck. Here comes 3-2. Downstairs and inside, so he loses them, and it's a leadoff walk with nobody out and protecting a 4-run lead. That's certainly not the ideal beginning that Hale wanted, but he still has a 4-run lead, Lane at the plate, but only one batter is on. So he's just got to take charge here, start going after these hitters, and make sure a big inning doesn't happen. Hale ready to go, working from the stretch. They throw to first, and Johnson gets back in with the head-first slide. Again, bottom of the 7th inning. John Karuba coming to you live from Dwyer Stadium in Batavia, and the Muckdogs with a 4-run edge. Pitch in the dirt, down and in, and that's a nice scoop there by Mag. It was actually went towards the feet of the hitter Lane, and the count 1-0. So Hale, who started off with a couple strikes, now starting to lose the plate, and that's a little bit concerning. Now Hale has been rock solid to this point in the season, and his other appearances he's been very good. So we'll see if he can kind of shake off this rough start. And that is a big way to do that. Drops that 12-6 curveball in there, backdoored him across the outside corner, and it's a called first strike. So 1-1 in the count on the batter, Brandon Lane, the designated hitter. Johnson taking his lead off first as they throw over again. No tag applied. Again, standing in for the right side. The 1-1 runner goes. Pitch down and away, throw to second, and that's going to be offline. But a nice job, not only by the second baseman Fry, but the shortstop backing him up, as he kept that from going into center field. But now Jamestown has a runner in scoring position at second and nobody out. As the count again 2-1 here in the top of the 7th inning with nobody out. And Batavia still with a 4-run lead. Toes the rubber from the first base side. And the 2-1 about to come home. And that is swung on and ripped foul to the screen behind the plate. And the count is even at 2-2. This is a big pitch upcoming here for Hale. Even though they're up by 4, you don't want to walk 2 consecutive hitters to start off an inning. He's got to get back into that rhythm that he's so accustomed to. This is a very big pitch in this inning. It'll be a 2-2. Hale from the third base side ready to go. And they thought about going to second, but again, no one was covering the base. They're trying to keep Johnson close so he doesn't think about taking off and swiping third. As a count 2-2. Ready to go. Here comes the pitch. And that is swung on, looped into right center, and that is going to get down for a base hit. Johnson is coming to the plate. He'll score, throw to second. Got him! What a play by the right fielder. Leadham fielded it, and boy, he really does have a cannon for an arm. Jerry Reinhardt had mentioned that yesterday. He put it on display. Perfect one hop of a throw, so a run does come across the score, but that was a little too aggressive by Lane, and that's a costly mistake down by 4. If you're going to do that, you better make sure you're going to make it. He didn't, and now even though he gets an RBI single, he is retired. One gone. What a play by Leadham. But right now we're going to have another meeting at the mound. So Lane has stood out in this game tonight for Jamestown. He's driven in both the runs. So number 10, the first baseman, Patrick O'Shaughnessy coming to the plate. But think about how that could change the momentum of this inning. Instead of having another runner on second or even first with nobody out to run home, now there's one gone, no traffic. Hal can pretty much just hit the reset button. His team's still up by 3. That was a costly decision, and we'll see if Batavia now and Hal can get out of the inning. So one gone, no one on. Here is O'Shaughnessy, the first baseman, standing in left side of the plate. That's the 6th hit of the game for the Tarp Skunks. 5-3-0 Batavia, 2-6-1 Jamestown. Pitch swung on and grounded foul, almost to the on-deck circle where Cody Bay is swinging, went right by him, and the count 0-1. Coming into this bottom of the 6th and top of the 7th, there are only 2 runs. We've now had 6 runs scored as that next pitch swung on and missed high and away, 0-2. So this game certainly now is turned more into a slugfest. That's the PGCBL, folks. You think you know the game, and all of a sudden more twists and turns come in. We'll see if there's even more in this one. Next pitch swung on, hit on the ground, and that is going to be a foul ball. That's a bad break for the Muckdogs, as that was poised to be the second out of the inning. Instead, the count holds 0-2. Again, digging in from the left side. The 0-2. And that is upstairs and inside. Forced them to back off the plate. 1-2. Again, Cody Bay, the righty swinging third baseman, in the on-deck circle for Jamestown. Hal getting ready to go. It'll be a 1-2 on its way. And that is swung on and foul down that left field line. Goes up. It is seats in the upper deck. And the count holds 1-2. Again, going to stand in from the left side. That is O'Shaughnessy. Here comes the pitch. Curve and misses. The catcher, Mag, can't believe it. All the umpires in the seats can't believe it, as that was off the plate. I guess a little outside, and the count even 2-2. Looked to be a strike from up here, but instead, the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hal ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and pops it up. That's going to go foul up above the screen behind the plate. Count remains 2-2. They're making Hal work here, throw a lot of pitches. At this point, it just looks like they may just use Hal for the 7th inning. A lot of times they like to deploy their relievers, use them for a couple innings each. Not sure that's going to happen tonight with Hal, as that is on the inside corner over the black. Strike 3. He is down looking. So O'Shaughnessy is out. 2 gone. So here is Cody Bay, the third baseman, who has just been great defensively. He's been putting on a clinic in the 2 games we've seen from him in this 2-game series to start off the year with Jamestown. He has been great over at the hot corner. So 2 down, no one on base. 1 out away from getting out of this inning is Hal. Bay standing in right side. First pitch, yanks it down and away with the breaking ball. 1-0. John Kruba on the call tonight from Dwyer Stadium in Batavia. 5-2 Muckdogs is the score. Will Dorrell is in the on-deck circle. Next pitch is across the outside corner. Dots it in there, and the count is even, 1-1. Towing the rubber from the third base side again is Hal. And the 1-1 is going to be on its way home. Swung on and smashes that foul down the right field line. Count quickly, 1-2. So one more big strike for as big a struggle as this inning has been for Hal. He's only given up 1 run. Batavia is still up by 3, and he's 1 strike away from getting out of it. Again, from the third base side, Hal coming set, getting the sign. Pitch is upstairs and inside, maybe a little in tight, and the count even 2-2. Again, for the right side, Hal coming set. The 2-2 delivery, swung on, and a little number right side. Fry ranging to the right field grass on to first in time. Good job by Fry. Went over just to the edge of the right field grass. Off balance, makes the throw to first in plenty of time, and Hal gets out of it. So for Jamestown, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 big, costly base running error. And as we go to the bottom of the 7th, time for the stretch, everybody. Through 6.5, 5-2 Batavia at Dwyer Stadium on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
For over 65 years. With a fervent passion for customer service and employee morale, the corporation now services 17.5 counties in western New York, operating out of multiple state-of-the-art facilities and sales offices. We've received numerous national awards, including the Coors Founders Award and the Guinness Golden Bar Award. We are a company that treats you right. Premier Genesee Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation has been servicing the community for over 3 decades. We are an 160-bed facility located in Batavia, New York, in close proximity to all local hospitals. Not only has Premier Genesee long been acknowledged as a leading senior care provider, our beautifully designed facility is now widely recognized as one of the most attractive in the area. Everybody deserves a place that feels like home.
We are back here from Dwyer Stadium in Batavia. Muckdogs with a 5-2 lead over Jamestown. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, Trey Bacon, the first baseman, he will lead off to start off the bottom of the 7th. Ding in right side, righty against righty is the matchup, and he squares the bunt, try to push one, but he fouls it back on the attempt, 0-1. On the scoreboard, it is 5-3-0 for the Muckdogs, 2-6-1 for Jamestown. Toes the rubber from the first base side. It'll be an 0-1 on its way. Swung on and punched out to shallow right. 3 fielders can't get to it. Lands fair. That's going to be a base hit down the right field line. However, stopping at first is Bacon, and he's got a leadoff single. Well, that's how you want to start it off in the home half. Now that you're up 3 and you're only 6 outs away, you really want to put the hammer down and make sure that Jamestown is going home with another long and disappointing bus ride. So runner on first, nobody out. Back to the top of the lineup we go. And the second baseman, number 24, Brian Fry. He'll stand in for the left side of the plate. First pitch comes home, swung on, fisted, back up the middle, could be a double play ball, behind the glove, behind the back toss, as they tried to get the out, and they did, it looks like. And meanwhile, reaching first on the fielder's choice, that was a heck of a play, as again, we are here in the bottom of the 7th at a 5-2 Batavia lead. And looking to see, or they call him safe. Either way, that was a heck of a play by the second baseman behind the back, behind the glove, was able to flip it, but the flip may have pulled the shortstop off the bag, and it did. So it's going to be that Bacon is safe. So he is on second. Reaching first there is Fry. So we got runners on first and second, nobody out. They score that a hit. Yeah, that definitely did not deserve to be an error. So it's going to be a base hit, runners on first and second, and nobody out. Toeing the rubber from the first base side. And now time is called. So this is exactly what you wanted to do if you're Batavia. You have the lead, but you want to create more traffic, more opportunities, and in fact they have. They now lead at 5-2 at the bottom of the 7th, still 2 on, nobody out, and they're looking to add on to the lead. And now Dotson squares the bunt, and instead down and out of the zone, down and away, 1-0. Dotson took over for Bello at shortstop in the bottom of the 5th. Digs in from the right side. First and second, nobody out. As they have the first baseman and third baseman Bay playing in. Squares to bunt, but that pitch well off the plate, down and away. And Jamestown now really getting put in a pickle here as he's 2 balls away from walking the bases loaded, nobody out. That didn't end so well for Jamestown the last time that happened. Again, stands in from the right side of the plate. First and second, and nobody out. And the next pitch is swung on, popped it up, and the pitcher coming off the mound makes the catch for the out. So with 1 gone, runners on first and second. So that's a failed bunt attempt, but there's still runners on first and second and 1 man out. So here is the center fielder, number 3 hitter, Mike DiStefano. And the pitch is on the outside corner, and the count 0-1. Again from the left side, digging in, runners off first and second, 1 out. Again with the knees bent, runners taking their leads first and second. Next pitch swung on, hit on the ground. There's second baseman. Could they get 2? On to second, 1 back to first. Not in time on that transfer. It was a good throw and a well-played attempt by the Tarp Skunks, but they could not get the runner at first. He will reach on the fielder's choice, and there's now runners on the corners with 2 men out for Batavia. And now there's another meeting on the mound. First and third and 2 down. So how did Batavia get first and third with 2 outs? Well, it was pretty crazy. I mean, the way this game's going, what hasn't been crazy about it? But it was the shortstop, and then the second baseman for Jamestown made a nice behind the back, behind the head flip to second. Initially, it almost looked out, but they called him safe, and that allowed runners on first and second, nobody out. And since then, they've gotten a couple outs, but there's still runners on the corners and 2 men out. And Tyler Canoe standing in, and he is the difference maker. If this score holds, he would have what was the game-winning RBI single when he fisted a pitch off with the bases loaded, nobody out in the last half inning to right field, scoring 2 runs, and at that time, giving Batavia a 3-1 lead. It's since expanded. It's now 5-2 Muckdogs. So John Kruba taking you through this one on a Friday night under the lights at Dwyer Stadium on the Muckdogs Baseball Network. And where else would you rather be as we're taking you through this one? It's John Kruba on the call. First and third, 2 outs. Canoe standing in right side. Pitch is on the outside third, called for a strike, and the count 0-1. So DiStefano reached down the fielder's choice. He takes his lead off first with the knees bent in an open stance. Getting the sign. And it'll be an 0-1 delivery. Runner goes from first. That pitch is down and in. Not even going to be a play. So he will move up to second on the stolen base. And it's now second and third with 2 outs. And a base hit here probably, in all likelihood, would seal the game for Batavia. As the count is 1-1 with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Towing the rubber from the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery on its way. And the pitch is on the outside third for a called strike number 2. And 1-2 now is the count. Again, Canoe awaiting a 1-ball, 2-strike offering. Going to get the sign. The pitch comes in, and that is off the plate, a little bit down and in, and the count is even, 2-2. Again, stands in from the right side. Getting the count, and the 2-2 going to be on its way. And that pitch swung, hit right back the middle into right center. That's a base hit. That's as clutch as it gets. 2 more runs come across standing up. And folks, Batavia breaking it open here in the home half of the 7th inning. Now 7-2 Muckdogs. A great attempt by the second baseman, who's made a couple flashy plays in this game, but that was hit entirely too hard. That was a rocket on the ground, and it got into right center. Once that happened, the other 2 runners off to the races as both runners score, and it's now 7-2. Canoe now has 5 ribbies on the game. That's right, 5 ribbies. He has been clutch. That pitch is out in the outside third to Daniel Burroway, and the count 0-1. So Batavia now with 7 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and it's 2-6-1 for the Tarp Skunks. Batavia digs it again from the right side. Runner takes his lead off first, going for second, swing and a miss, and they don't even make the throw down. And so now a base hit probably adds another run for Batavia. So it'll be a 1-1 home, and that is a curveball that misses off the plate in tight, and the count 2-1. With the open stance, it'll be a 2-1 count. Going to get the sign. Pitch on its way, and that is off the plate. A little bit down and away, 3-1 the count. And check that, the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the scoreboard has it corrected, we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Batavia with 2 runs in, looking for more, but they're not going to get more as that next pitch waved at and missed high and outside, and that'll do it for the inning. But Batavia with 2 big answer runs on a couple hits, no errors. 1 man left stranded on second. Let's go to the 8th, shall we, from Dwyer Stadium. Muckdogs in firm control, up 7-2 over Jamestown after 7 at Dwyer Stadium in Batavia on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
In Batavia, Ficarella's Pizzeria is now the oldest family-run pizzeria in town. Our menu for sit-down, pickup, or delivery includes a huge variety of pizza, hot and cold subs, fish fries, pasta, salads, side dishes, and specialty sandwiches. Everything is made fresh and with great care. New items appear regularly, as do the new customers who discover the quality food, friendly service, and consistency, which are all an integral part of the Ficarella's business model. Eli Fish Brewing Company is the first commercial brewery in Batavia in nearly 100 years. We offer a selection of our own house brews along with other New York State-produced beers, spirits, and wines. A full dining menu, large brew hall, beautiful bar, and tons of new friends. Here at Eli Fish Brewing Company, we want to honor traditions and create new stories. We're not just making beer, we're brewing history.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium, 7-2. Batavia is the score. We go to the top of the 8th inning. First pitch swung on and fouled straight back, and the count 0-1. As it is number 2, the right fielder, Will Dorrell, at the plate. He'll lead off, followed by Nathan Smith, the extra hitter on deck, and Dan Maglio, the catcher. As that pitch waved at and missed, and that was some nasty breaking stuff. As he had him almost completely fooled, he was swung out of his shoes. As the count 0-2 now. On the scoreboard, 7-3-0 for the Muckdogs, 2-6-1 for Jamestown. Next pitch swung on, one-handed swing, ground ball right side. Bacon, first baseman, flips the hell, covering. Plenty of time to get the out at first. So that's more like it from Alex Hall. That's how you want to start it off. Just a couple pitches and one man out. So one gone, no one on. Here is Nathan Smith, the extra hitter, coming to the plate. Except, is he going to get the chance to face him, as we're going to have another meeting on the mound? Let's see if they're going to change the pitcher, and it looks like we might. As they continue to talk on the mound here in the top of the 8th, 7-2 Batavia, and we are having a pitching change. So Alec Hall walking off again, going to get a nice hand, and he should. He battled to limit the damage in the 7th. He got a quick out here in the 8th. So a nice job by him, and now he's getting mobbed by his teammates as he heads back into the dugout. And that's really the camaraderie we've seen from this Muckdog team. They're really coming together, and all this winning, you could see it's all a byproduct of their success. With one down, no one on, we are going to have a pitching change. So a lefty going to take over on the mound for the Muckdogs. So on the scoreboard again, 7-5-0 Batavia, 2-6-1 for Jamestown. So you could tell, especially with how important this game is, to get another one at home. You could see the coach with the 5-run lead. He can play matchup based here, and that's what he's doing. But see, that's the benefit of having the big 5-run lead, is that you can do these types of things and really play matchup. If this was a tighter game, who knows if they call on someone else here. As we're in the top of the 8th inning for Jamestown, already one man out, and Batavia with the 7-2 advantage. John Kruba taking you through this one here on the Batavia Muckdogs Baseball Network. As Nathan Smith will be the at-bat once this pitcher is warmed up. So this was a pretty good pitcher's duel about, I don't know, I'd say maybe an hour ago, when it was tied at 1 and both teams were just trading 1, 2, 3 innings. And then all of a sudden Batavia opened it up in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's really changed since then. So Nathan Smith coming to the plate for the Tarp Skunks, and we're getting set here still in the top of the 8th. Towing the rubber from the first base side. First pitch comes in, and that's well off the plate. Got away for the catcher, 1-0. So Anthony Sullivan, the left-hander, is now taking over on the mound, the southpaw for the Muckdogs. It'll be a 1-0 from Sullivan, swung on and hit high in the air towards right center, but Leadham underneath it, calls off the center fielder, makes the catch, 2 away. So 2 pitches and he gets the second out. That's how you get the manager's confidence, when you can get quick outs like that. So again, Batavia now just 4 outs away from remaining undefeated at home, and at this point you got to take notice. That would be quite a streak. Already 5-1, looking to run their record to 6-1, and that pitch off the plate, up and in the count, 1-0. And really, if they were able to close it out against Niagara, they'd be undefeated right now. But 2-0 against Elmira, and they're close to doing the same to Jamestown. That pitch is across the outside corner from the lefty Sullivan. Bit of a sidewinder as the count is even 1-1. Here comes the next pitch, and that is swung on and grounded foul outside the third base bag. 1-2 as it's the catcher Dan Maglio, the righty swinging backstop at the plate. Meanwhile, the second baseman Royce Frazier is in the on-deck circle. Gonna get the sign. It'll be a 1-2 on its way. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, and that is a great job by Sullivan in relief. He just comes on, polishes off the next two hitters he's faced, and Alec Hale was very good just before that. So that'll do it for Jamestown the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1, 2, 3, side retired. Take this to the home half of the eighth. Batavia up 7-2 on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
5 years, Alex's Place has been serving up sizzling steaks, succulent seafood, charcoal grilled chicken and chops, and of course, our famous barbecue baby back ribs. We're known for hearty portions, a homey atmosphere, and heartfelt hospitality. So bring your appetite and a few friends. We can't wait to see you here. When you work with a community bank like Tompkins, we don't expect your financial picture to fit neatly into a box. We take a close look at your situation and propose solutions that make sense for your financial journey. Our community banking model ensures that all credit decisions are made locally, wherever you call home. We have a local leadership teams, community banking boards, and bright and happy team members living right alongside you. We're not just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too.
Back here from Dwyer Stadium in the bottom of the eighth inning, 7-2 Batavia is our score, and it's going to be the catcher number 20, Alec Mag, who's going to lead off this home half of the eighth for the Muckdogs. Number 22, Tucker Fenton, takes over on the mound for Jamestown. Righty against righty matchup. Mag with the knees bent, open stance. First pitch, and that is across the outside corner, called strike number one. John Kruber proud to be taking you through this one here on the Muckdogs Baseball Network. 7-5-0 for Batavia, 2-6-1 for Jamestown. Here comes the 0-1 on its way. Swung on and missed. He blew that one right by him. And the count quickly, 0-2. So after Mag, it's going to be the right fielder Josh Leadham. And then Jerry Reinhardt, Batavia's one and only after that. As we're in the meat of the Muckdogs lineup. And that is on the outside corner. So he gets the call, does Fenton, one away. Fenton, actually a local product from St. Bonaventure. So one down and no one on. Here is Leadham coming to the plate. Standing in from the right side, first pitch. Up and inside, and he hit the deck as that pitch went way up and in tight, leading him off the plate, and the count 1-0. So So talk about getting in somebody's kitchen. That certainly was the case right there as the count 1-0. Coming set is Fenton. Pitch is on the outside corner, even though the catcher Maglio couldn't handle it, and the count is level 1-1. Yeah, that one, it just went right through his mitt. Couldn't handle that one cleanly, although he's made a lot of great plays behind the dish tonight for Jamestown for sure. As it'll be a 1-1 on its way, and that is off the plate, high and away. Home plate umpire looked tempted to go with the strike call, but calls it a ball, 2-1. So Leadham now officially ahead in the count. Towing the rubber from the third base side is Fenton. He's ready to go, and the pitch. Swung on and missed as he blew it by him again. Dialed it up, and the count is even, 2-2. Lit up the radar gun with that pitch. Again, Leadham going to dig in right side. It will be a 2-2 home, and that is down off the plate, bending low and away. Count back to full at 3-2. So this game really turned in the last couple innings. 4 by Batavia in the bottom of the 6th, and then 2 more in the 7th to really pull away. As that pitch is swung on and launched to the screen behind the plate, count remains full. Fenton trying his best to get ahead of these hitters. Hasn't been able to do so, though, this time against Leadham. Can't seem to put him away. And that is on the outside corner. Is it just a little bit high? So even though he caught the corner, it was just a little up. So that is going to be a free pass awarded to Leadham. He tosses the bat aside, heads down to first with a 1-out walk. So 1 gone, runner on first. Here is Jerry Reinhardt, who, again, the fans, they just go nuts when they see him come up to the plate, as, again, he's from Batavia. Runner goes, pitch up and in, throw to second, and the throw can't be handled by the second baseman, so he gets in safely, and there's a runner on second with 1 out. So Reinhardt going to stand in again. He now has another RBI chance. He had a sac fly back in that big 4-run 6th inning that opened the floodgates on this game for the Muckdogs. Standing in right side, runner on second, 1 out, pitches down and away, and Maglio with another nice scoop. You know what? Batavia scored 7 runs, but it's very interesting to imagine what this score would really be if Maglio did not scoop up all the pass balls that he has. It'll be a 2-0 on its way. Swung on and missed, and that popped. That's how much life that had to it. Got Reinhardt to swing right over the top, and the count 2-1. Hey, you know what? You're up 5 and 3 outs away from another win. Why not try and swing for the fences? As the count is 2-1 on Reinhardt. Runner still takes his lead off second. That is Leadham. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and missed again, as he keeps coming right at him with the fastball. Both times Reinhardt just a little behind, and the count is even at 2-2. Stands in again. First base side, and it'll be a 2-2. And the runner goes for third. That pitch, and getting in there safely with stolen base. Meanwhile, the pitch was called strike 3, but advancing to third without a play on that stolen base was Leadham. So again, to recap, Reinhardt down looking, but moving up to third with 2 outs on the stolen base is Josh Leadham. So 2 down, runner on third. That'll leave it to the third baseman. He'll stand in from the right side. Takes his lead off third, does Leadham. Pitch is out in the outside corner, and it's a called first strike. As it's Liam Ward who's pinch hitting for Kyle Corso. So Corso now out of the game, and Liam Ward in, number 29. With the knees bent, here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is out in the outside corner for a called second strike. Bottom of the 8th inning, and again, Batavia with a 5-run lead would like to add more to it. If Ward could find a way to get on base, he could extend it up to 6. Tucker Fenton trying to hold it right here from the first base side, and he does so as Ward swings and misses. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, thanks for playing, and back to the dugout. That'll do it for Batavia in the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk, no errors, 1 left on third. Take this to the 9th. Last chance for Jamestown. Grand finale up next, 7-2 Batavia over Jamestown on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Hospital located in the heart of Genesee County and an affiliate of the Rochester Regional Health System. Rochester Regional's United Memorial serves residents of Genesee County and surrounding rural communities. The 131-bed hospital in Batavia features a new state-of-the-art surgical department, a wound care center, a telemedicine program for intensive care, a joint replacement center of excellence, 2 urgent care centers, and a number of primary and specialty physician offices. United Memorial is a niche hospital and a New York State designated stroke center. Fans, are you looking for great candies and chocolates? Visit Oliver's Candies located in Batavia, New York, or on the web at www.oliverscandies.com. When you purchase a box of Oliver's chocolates, you will always get the best tasting, most mouth-watering chocolate you have ever eaten. Visit Oliver's Candies.
We go to the top of the 9th inning, 7-2 Batavia, trying to get the final 3 outs for a win. Royce Frazier going to lead off from the right side. Lefty Sullivan deals, and that is on the inside corner, called for a strike. He came on in relief of Alec Hall in the last half inning and got the last 2 hitters, the final 2 outs of the 8th. We'll see if we can get the final 3 here. Next pitch swung on and missed. He's off to a good start. Quickly 0-2 on Frazier. Frazier, the righty, swinging second baseman. On deck, it's going to be the center fielder, the leadoff hitter, Henry Martinez. So it's going to be 10-1-2 in the lineup for Jamestown. Getting the sign, the 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. He held up on the pitch down and in, and 1-2 is the count. So Sullivan getting ready to go as it's 7-6-0 on the scoreboard for Batavia, 2-6-1 for Jamestown. Next pitch is on the outside corner over the black, and he is gone. So goodbye to Frazier. He is down on strikes again, and the Muckdogs just 2 outs away. Coming in, throwing strikes. That's what they love about Sullivan, and no situation seems to be too big for him, and he's showing that right now. 1 gone. Back to the top of the lineup we go for Jamestown. Leadoff hitter, center fielder, Henry Martinez. He'll dig in for the left side of the plate. First pitch is off the plate, a little bit away, and the count 1-0. And now here comes the 1-0 on its way, and that is off the plate, a little bit low, and the count 2-1. With the knees bent, he is in the driver's seat firmly here. 2-0, and again, 1 man out. Next pitch is upstairs inside, and the count now 3-0. So he's 1 ball away from walking somebody and getting it first with 1 out. Again, when you have a 5-run lead, you don't even want to mess around. You just want to be aggressive and attack hitters. pitch is on the inside corner, letter high. That time it looked like Martinez was taken all the way, and the count 3-1. Now he's coming set again. 3-1 pitch is zipped in there across the outside third, and it's now 3-2 the count. Again, Martinez awaiting for a full count offering. He's worked his way back in the count as Sullivan 3-2 swung on and popped up. Shallow center, 3 guys in. Who's got it? At the last second, it's the center fielder who comes roaming in a long, long, long way. That is Mike DiStefano, but he's able to make the catch in shallow center field, almost at the edge of the infield grass for the second out. So Batavia now just 1 out away. And with that, some Batavia fans, they're getting on their feet. They know how close their Muckdogs are to getting another win at home. As Yogi Hardigan will try and keep the game alive for Jamestown. Standing in left side, first pitch up and in, and it hits him. So he didn't even have to take the bat off his shoulder. Now he will as he gets hit by a pitch and makes a leisurely stroll down to first. So runner on first, 2 gone, and now it'll be up to the shortstop, number 12, Nate Johnson, to keep the game alive for Jamestown. Meanwhile, number 13, Brandon Lane, the designated hitter, is on deck. John Kruba on the call here from Dwyer Stadium. Batavia with a 7-2 lead. First pitch is off the plate, a little bit upstairs and outside, and the count 1-0. Lane responsible for the 2 runs. He has 2 ribbies on the night. Pitch is on the inside corner, zips it in there, and the count is level. 1 ball, 1 strike apiece. Again, runner taking his lead off first, the 1-1. High and outside, and the count now 2 balls and a strike. Beautiful evening here in Batavia, not a cloud in the sky. Again, 7-2 Muckdogs with the lead. They're 1 out away. And that swung on and missed, and now they're a strike away. As Johnson trying to belt that one out of here, and instead came up empty. And now deuces are wild on the scoreboard. 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner off first. Game in the balance. Top of the 9th. Meanwhile on deck, here comes the next pitch, and it swung on and missed. Don't worry about who's on deck. Your ball game is over. It's over, folks. Your final score, Batavia. Stop me if you've heard this before. They win. And not only that, they win at home again. Your final score tonight, Batavia 7, Jamestown 2. That was a nasty breaking pitch come to swing over the top. And that ends it as Nate Johnson out and Brandon Lane was left in the on-deck circle. So again, your final score, Jamestown the 9, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on. Take it to the, well, we're going to throw it to the sponsors. Want to thank them one last time, and then we'll come back to wrap things up. Again, your final score, Batavia 7, Jamestown 2 on the Muckdogs Baseball Network.
Alex's Places, Allegheny Farm Services, Ankle and Foot Center of Western New York, Arc of Genesee, Orleans, New York, Attica's 70th Hole, Auto Wash Car Wash, Batavian, Batavia Daily News, Batavia Downs, Hotel at Batavia Downs, Batavia Foot Care, Batavia's Original, Bourbon and Burger, Bully Hill Vineyards, Casella. We'd like to thank Alex's Places, Allegheny Farm Services, Ankle and Foot Center of Western New York, Arc of Genesee Orleans, New York, Attica's 70th Hole, Auto Wash Car Wash, Batavian, Batavia Daily News, Batavia Downs, Hotel at Batavia Downs, Batavia Foot Care, Batavia's Original, Bourbon and Burger, Bully Hill Vineyards, Casella White, Chapin International, Easttown Beverage, E-Collab, Eli Fish Brewing Company, Feral Gas, Ficarella's Pizza, Geico, Genesee Community College, Genesee County Chamber of Commerce, Genesee County Parks and Recreation, Genesee Valley Penny Saver, Glow With Your Hands, Graham Corporation, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Ken Barrett Chevrolet Cadillac, LE3 Inc., Le Beau Salon, Legacy on Main, Major Stash Cigar, Marchese Computers, Marco Clay Products, Massive Testing, Max Pies Furniture, Oakwood Hills, Pellegrino Auto Sales, Premier Genesee Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation, ProClean Inc., Romans, Skyworks, Stan Harley Davidson, Stop DWI Genesee County, Suburban Propane, The Coffee Press, Tompkins Bake, Toshiba Business, Tully's, Turnbull Heating and Air Conditioning, T.F. Brown's, The Wine Goddess Shop, United Memorial Medical Center, Valet Jewelers, Versascape, Vivify Hydration, Whole Life Fitness, and Right Beverage.
Back here at Dwyer Stadium, putting the finishing touches on a 7-2 win for Batavia tonight over Jamestown. And again, this team, they just keep doing it. They're incredible, especially at home. They find a way to turn the tide in games, even when it looks like it's going to be far from a thing of art, and they come up with these masterpieces, and they did again tonight with that 4-1 6 inning. They're now 2-0 against Elmira, 2-0 against Jamestown, 6-1 overall. That's not too bad, and a half inning away from being 7-0. Batavia has been everything we expected and then some, and everybody that comes down has a great time. So again, guys, fans, come on out, Batavians. This is a team you can get behind. They are winners, and they are playing like champions on the field. And so with that, that's going to wrap things up. Your final score here tonight, Batavia 7 and Jamestown 2. Batavia now 6-1. So the next 2 days, they're going to be on the road. Dylan Patemry will have the call for you. He'll do a great job. And then I'll be back with you on Monday, the next home game at 7 o'clock against Syracuse. So until then, and until tomorrow night, I am John Kruba signing off. One more time, your final score from Dwyer Stadium. It was Batavia 7 and Jamestown 2. Have a good night, everybody, and we will see you next time on the Muckdogs Baseball Network. Muckdogs win.